Hello, work life warriors. How are you? I hope you're doing well today. How are you feeling? I am feeling a little eager today, but I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. I am Abney Davenport and I teach stress management. I show people how to utilize fun management solutions to decrease stress and counter burnout so that they can be happier, healthier, and well balanced. I use over 50 tips, tools, tricks, and techniques to manage stress. But today we're going to be talking about learning. First, let's start with a little stress education. What is stress? Everybody knows what stress is, but it's hard to talk about, right? We all have different definitions and ideas of stress, and there isn't one single unifying definition in the literature. In Eastern philosophy, stress is considered the absence of inner peace. In Western culture, it is considered the loss of control. Stress is problematic because it is ambiguous. Stress definitions differ, stresses vary, affecting people's mind and body differently. So, again, what is stress? Let's blend the Eastern philosophy and Western culture's definition and say that stress is feeling out of control instead of inner peace. There are three steps: perceiving a threat, which is called appraisal, coping with that threat, and adapting to it. In the stress community, we talk a lot about stress being a relationship between a person's perceptions, needs, and abilities in the condition of the environment. How we perceive control over our environment causes stress. There are two types of stress. There's distress, and normally when we're talking about stress, we're talking about distress, the bad type of stress. But there's also eustress, which is considered the good type of stress. And our body reacts to good and bad stress differently, but together, depending on the severity, duration, and frequency, both of them are bad for you. Whether you have too many good stressors going on all at once can be problematic to your health. Um, the same way if you have bad stressors going on. So, stress in general is not normal. It is something that we have to deal with. We have something that we have to adapt to, but it is not normal. So we want to control how many stressors that we're dealing with or how many challenges we face in a day. And the way we do that is through stress management. When something happens, it is a stimulus. So when you are stimulated, sometimes without even thinking about it, we just react. There is no pause, there's no thought, there's a stimulus, and we react. Stress management is honoring the pause. It is stimulus, pause, think about what you want, what your needs are, what you want the end result to be, consequences, and then respond. Stress management is mindfulness and prevention. And one way to prevent stress or to reduce cortisol is through learning. Learning can be a sore spot for many of us because of our negative experiences with learning growing up. The way that we were educated is the reason why many of us stop learning after we don't have to. School is boring and mundane. We understand from a very young age that school is about socializing, normalizing ranks and competition, everything but learning, right? If learning was taught as a way of life, then we will reward creativity and imagination because learning doesn't have to be formal or inactive. You can learn in many ways. There are plenty of ways to grow by learning informally and active. We can optimize our lives by making learning a part of our everyday. By learning daily, our brain keeps developing, adapting, and learning to find new ways to take pleasure in the world around us. If we stop learning, we share the fate of all animals that grow out of habit. Our behavior becomes fixed and we lose interest in learning new and different things. We as humans learn best from the people that we like, admire, or trust. Because humans are social creatures, many of our decisions are made based on popularity. One of the best advantages we have about learning is that we can gather information, data, and experiences from other humans. Everything we know is learned from another human directly or indirectly. In the business world, we are taught that business and learning must be taken seriously, but we all have different learning styles. If we want employees to retain information that is vital to the business, we have to deliver it in fun and playful ways. Employees who have satisfying learning and training experiences develop the confidence, creativity, and self motivation necessary to excel in the workplace. All humans must understand the role of learning and use it to grow and develop. We can learn to harness a force that has been built into us through millions of years of evolution. This force allows us both to discover our most essential, authentic selves and adore the natural world. Humans are designed to find fulfillment and creative growth through learning daily. After learning, we have to apply it. And our application is the most crucial step in the process. We have to learn and then make sure we apply what we know, utilize that information to optimize our life. Now, there is a quote that I like from one of my favorite books, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and it says, insufficient education. This is a handicap which may be overcome by comparative ease. Experience have proven that the best educated people are those who are known as self-made or self-educated. It takes more than a college degree to make one a person of education. A person who is educated is one who had learned to get whatever he or she wants in life without violating the rights of others. Education consists not so much of knowledge, but of knowledge effectively and persistently applied. People are paid not for what they know, but more particularly for what they do with what they know. So humans learn, best when we like the people, we admire them, we trust them, and then when we have a growth mindset, like we do it with a purpose in mind, because we are social creatures, we have to use learning, to our benefit, to not only learn about the world around us, but also to learn about ourselves, right? So when was the last time you learned something that was beneficial, one just for yourself? It helped you to grow, stretch, expand, be the person you want to be, show up the way you want to. When is the last time you challenged yourself to learn something new to ease um your fear behind learning to trust yourself? Because especially in this society, many of us do not trust ourselves. We have learned out of trusting ourselves. And so now it's our responsibility as adults to learn about who we really are, to learn about our authentic selves so that we can unlock who we are and bring it to the world and learn as a buffer. If you are afraid to fail at something, you can learn as a safeguard to make sure that you get closer to whatever your dreams or goals are. So learning is an opportunity to grow and develop alongside it being a buffer to help you travel whatever course you decide to journey to. And so learning is a very, very, very effective tool. And when you think about in general the people you've learned from or the things that you've heard, it's based on how you received it. So how you learn matters just as much as what you learn. And all of us have different learning styles, and we should figure out what it is. Some of us are auditory learners, some of us are visual learners. And so we should invest the time in ourselves, learn about ourselves so that we know what strengths and weaknesses we have, and what we can do to fall in to fill in the gaps, I should say, that we have in our path to where we want to go. So I would say our learning practice is to go out of your way to learn something new. Set a daily goal to learn something new. You can learn something new or do something new, but you have to do it every single day. And you should want to, because you'll see yourself getting stronger and growing and developing because you are learning. So the takeaway is, enjoy what you're learning. Once you start to learn about yourself, it is fun. It is like an enigma. It is a puzzle. It is a mystery. It is something that is enjoyable to do because you learn so much about yourself. And I won't say that it's always enjoyable. It will have moments where it's scary, but overall it is enjoyable and it's fun to uncover your strengths and your abilities and what it is that you want to do in this life and watch yourself accomplish it. Fun positively affects your self motivation and determines what we learn and retain. So we want to make learning fun. Learning, growth, and development requires repetition and dedication. So you want to make it fun, especially if you're going to do it often. If the work environment is fun, if your home environment is fun, you will be more engaged and curious. So you want to make your life fun, you want to make work fun so that you want to learn, you want to develop, you want to grow because you see all of the positive benefits that come from it. Fun sparks innovation, creativity, engagement, efficiency, productivity, and loyalty. So we are loyal to fun. And so if there is something that you want to do, something you want to learn, make it fun, and you will do it every single day. Well, I hope this helped work life warriors. Please share with me in the comments. What do you think about learning? What do you think about daily learning? When is the last time you learned to improve your own life? Not just learning for work or to accomplish a task that is more like busy work, but when have you learned for pleasure? When have you learned for fun? And what do you think about going out of your way to learning to learn yourself so that you can show up better in this world? I hope this helps work life warriors. Have a great day.